What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of Freshly Baked Props. As always, I am Tony, coming at you with some aquatic vehicles this week. Still working on the Ninja Turtle van. That'll have its own episode, I think, next week or the week after. I still got to jump on that mech for Aaron, the Toy Enhancers mech contest. So that's another episode coming too. So, but for now, I figured I'd give you some boats. Said it like a dick. But here we go. I'll just switch the view for you. I have the Fortnite boat. And I've had these things on my shelf for a while. They're Dollar Tree. They're from Barbies, but they're from Dollar Tree, so they're like a knockoff brand. Literally $1, I think 50 for each of them. Pretty fucking easy to work with. I modified them a little bit. I mean, obviously you got to paint them because they're pink, but I added some guns to them just to kind of make them more tactical for the Joes. The Fortnite boat, I'm sure everybody has. Everybody has painted it its own way. Everybody's added guns and artillery to it. I haven't gotten to the way to like loading it up with guns just yet. I'm eventually going to. I don't know what guns to add to it yet. You know, it's a boat, so I would assume it would have a harpoon, right? But I'm thinking like an extra 50 cal, you know, so somebody on the back, a gunner or something like that. Maybe I was thinking about putting like a missile turret, like buying an extra metal head or whatever his fucking name is, the guy with the missile turret, and just taking that apart and mounting it to this boat. So I got, like I said, the ideas are rummaging around in here. I just haven't really landed on an idea yet. I'll give you a test. I'll turn this thing on. If you check it out right here, this is a close-up of the stuff. Like I said, this is a jet ski. On the back here, I don't know if you saw right here, it's blank and it's kind of bothering me back here. Let me just get to it. It's bothering me that it's blank. Now, before you ask why is there texture on this thing, I'm gonna get to it in a second. Idiots throw stuff in my garage. They occupy space here and they drive me crazy. And it fell and knocked over my workspace. And I came outside to check on these things, and this fucking thing was in a pile of leaves. So it was just fucking ruined. So I just sanded it down as best I could. Yeah, I could have went back to the Dollar Tree and bought another one, but I don't give a fuck. It's literally a toy, so I don't care. So I just came back in the house. I sanded it all down, and I just repainted it. So if you see some like fucking scuffs and stuff, it's because it's probably leaves under the paint. I just couldn't get it all off. But I'm going to put a winch. I'm going to make a winch, like a hand one. I'm not going to put a power one because I want to put this in water. If you don't want to put it in water, you can do what Aaron always does and adds like an actual like electric one with the remote. But I want to put this in water. I have a pool outside. I have a pond and everything like that. So I'm going to play with this stuff in the water. So I'm going to put like a hand one, add like probably just rope or chain. I haven't decided yet. Might be chain. And I'm not gonna put an anchor. I was thinking about putting like a string or like leather cord, so it looks like an oxygen thing, a hookup, or like I noticed like when people go diving, they hook to their boat so they don't, come up and the boat is gone. So I was kind of like, that's my motivation in terms of the winch on the back of that. They could be dragging people, they could, be dragging cargo. Who knows? It's a fairly big jet ski, so you could fit 2 people on here conceivably because it's a Barbie one. So mounting a gun on the back of this isn't out of the realm of possibilities neither, I would assume. If you want to be ambitious, that's your call. I'm trying to keep it simple, stupid, so that's the motto I live by. But I came out pretty good. I mounted these 2 guns on the front. If anybody asks, they're from the Buzz Lightyear. I always talk about these figures. They came in a 3-pack. I got it for the Zerg bot because the Zerg bot is like 7 inches to 8 inches tall, so he scales well with the figures in terms of like just a giant robot that you would have to fight. But that thing came with a Buzz Lightyear and an Izzy Hawthorne, and they came with like small weapons. And these 2, they're bazookas that would you could put in Buzz's hand. I put them backwards and then just drilled a hole in the back. So because from this way, they look more like laser cannons or like heavy duty weaponry. I was gonna stick harpoons in them too, again, because I'm trying to think aquatic vehicles. Like it's mostly harpoons because things don't really fire in the water. But it's G.I. Joe. You know, most of the time in a cartoon, they're shooting laser beams. You know, I know in the comics it's a little bit more realistic, but with this, I figure have some fun with it. And this looks like something they would make, if I'm not mistaken. This looks like something you would see the Joes rocking. I went G.I. Joe heavy with these because the speedboat is obviously the color it is. It's for a Cobra, but I didn't put stickers on it, and I'll get to that in a second. But I'll just take another look at it. There's really not much to it. Just paint it. Like I said, you get these things for $1.50 at the Dollar Tree. You know, you could do so much. I just use silver, rub and buff, gunmetal, acrylic paint. It's right here. I buy these at Hobby Lobby. They're FX because they're for EVA foam. They're for cosplay and stuff, so they adhere to foam real well, and plastic. So if you're looking for good paint, I would recommend that. Among obviously the Citadel and War paints, those are really awesome too. I have those right here. I use these for my Ninja Turtle van, and we'll get to that later. But it's all good. Citadel is a little expensive, and they don't really have it in my area. I tend to kind of just go in the wild and find this shit. The War paints were as a box gifted to me by somebody. But you know, I like the way this thing came out. The green paint is Krylon spray paint. It's olive green. It just has that military feel to it. Like I said, you could load this thing up with guns, but my big thing was I want to put it on water, and if you load it all up, it's gonna sink, no matter what, because there is openings to it. I'm gonna seal it with silicone seal, so I kind of prevent it from sinking. But even if you put too much stuff on it, eventually it's just gonna not be buoyant enough. So you gotta put a figure on here too. So there's a bunch of shit that you gotta put on here. Like I said, I'm gonna install a winch with a chain on it, so I don't want to weigh it down too much. Now, onto the Fortnite boat. The Fortnite boat, as you can see, the color scheme is Cobra. It's navy blue and red. I didn't put stickers on it because I feel like it could be used for Marvel shoots. It could be used for Batman. It could be used for anybody. And while I can keep the color scheme in the realm of Cobra, I don't have to load this thing up with fucking stickers because I can use it for anybody. I can even use it for the Joes as like a stealth boat. You know, Torpedo might be on a stealth mission at night, and he's rocking out with a boat that's going to blend in. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't like load this thing up with Cobra stickers, because trust me, I have them. But I didn't want to do that. I repainted everything on this thing with the exception of the deck, the decking floor. But everything else I repainted, and the missile. I didn't repaint the missile. I in the future will add guns to this thing. I am going to load this bitch up because this bitch can't float. I did see in on one of the G.I. Joe forums that someone did get this to float, and I assume they just loaded the bottom up with silicone, waterproof silicone, and you know, they were good to go. It will stay above water for a little bit, but eventually it just slowly fills up and it just kind of goes down to the bottom. I played with this thing in my pool last year. That's the only reason I know. But I do want to load. I do want to silicone it up. Once you seal this thing with silicone, there's no turning back, because the holes, where the water goes is where you screw the bottom into. So once you seal it up with silicone, I assume that's the end of it. You're not taking this thing back apart. I don't plan on taking this thing back apart. I apologize for the messages. I don't plan on taking this thing apart because I like how it looks. But, you know, customizers tend to want to add more shit to it. I noticed, you know, like you want to add lights to it. You want to add more guns. Like I said, I have to add guns to it before I'm going to seal it. So that's why I didn't seal it yet. But don't, you know, I want everything to be practical. So I want to be able to take this thing, you know, on a lake or a pond of my pool and just kind of float it around. You know, obviously within the realm of responsibility, I'm not just going to let it float away. But it came out pretty good. It was very easy to take apart. It literally comes all in pieces once you start unscrewing everything. This was the kayak, also the Barbie brand. Dollar Tree again. I think it's $1.25, $1.50. I know it's not $1 exactly. It's bullshit Dollar Tree. Same thing with Dollar General. Don't call it Dollar General if it's not $1. And don't give me that bullshit where it's like, oh, it starts at $1. Fuck you. It should end at $1 because your name, your store is Dollar Tree and Dollar General. So I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I know that mech came from Dollar Tree. It was $15. I only accept maybe $1.50. That's as high as it goes for me. Because once it goes there, you're not a fucking dollar store no more. You're just a store. Anyway, back to this Barbie boat. The 50 cal gun, or it's a sniper rifle, whatever it is, it's from the Fortnite guys. The metalhead figures that I got a shit ton of from Ollie's. Just hand drilled with my handy dandy hand drill. I stuck like a... Honestly, I don't even know where the tube came from. We'll get there in a second. But, you know, it's an easy paint job. It was all purple, and I think the blue was in the middle was blue. So I just painted it purple and black because I feel like that would be military colors. That would be like an army kayak. I was thinking about painting it black and doing like a stealth kayak, like a stealth looking one, but you know, Dollar Tree's only a couple minutes away from me, so you know, trust me. Like I said, this thing is never, it doesn't stop. But the gun was easy. I got these little guys, a package of these little ball bearings. Like they're little mini ones. They're so tiny, dude. They're this big. Look at this. Look at the size of those fucking things. Just drilled a hole in the middle of the boat, like right where that black piece opens up in half like this. And one part is a whole circle. It's like a whole piece just attached to it. So I drilled a hole right in the middle of that. I'll show you right now because I got a close up of it. And see the gun, it actually spins, so it articulates, which I really liked. And here it is right here. So as you can see, I drilled a hole in the center, stuck one of these ball bearing rings inside there, and then stuck the straw inside the gun, and then inside there, and voila. You know, that's how easy it is. It's very easy to modify boats and shit. It's easy to modify anything if you put your mind to it. Like I said, I've turned now multiple Barbie cars into actual things that I can use in terms of photography and play motion. And now I'm doing it with boats. I have a huge plan for all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm a very practical guy when I shoot, whether it's photography and just playing stop motion. So I tend to lean into things that, like, I want to go on water. You know, like I wanted to be like Waterworld. I'm like, Kevin Costner had that giant pool, you know, and he filmed Waterworld on it. That to me is like my most favorite memories of toys is the commercials where they were just playing on that set, and it was real water and real beaches, and that's all I never wanted. Now I'm old enough to make this shit. I want it practical. I don't want to, you know, not to knock anybody who's painting water or using resin to create water scenes and effects, but I want to use real shit. You know, I think it just looks cooler. It just gives an effect. Yes, the figure's going to get wet. Yes, it's volatile and you can't put equipment and shit like that near water because it's bad. But, you know, you shoot far away, you close, you know, you zoom in, you figure things out. Like, you get creative, you know. That's another thing, too, about practicality. You know, with practicality comes creativity, at least I believe. So if lighting isn't going the way you want it, you're going to have to get creative to make it work. You know, you can blast it with light. Go for it, but the shit's gonna look flat and the picture's not gonna look great, you know. So I tend to always, like I said, add shadows and effects because I like drama, I like mystery to my pictures and films. So I want it to be dark, contrasty, and colorful. But that's just me. I'm the artist on my artwork. You're an artist on your artwork. You can have it however the hell you want it, you know. I'm not gonna tell you how to shoot your stuff. But I'm very proud of these boats. Like, I'm all three of them. The Fortnite one I've had, I think, for over a year. It's just been sitting on my shelf. And honestly, I didn't know what to do with it. Like, I put it in the pool last year, and I was kind of had an idea, and I was using GoPros. So I had GoPros with waterproof cases inside the pool, inside the water, so you could see the boat go over. Like, they were all just tests. It was all tests. Like, I didn't really film anything. I didn't get anything like in stone, but it was a good learning experience. Like, I realized that the boat needs to be sealed. I mean, it was wishful thinking to put it on the water anyway, because I saw all the holes, but there was a part of me that was kind of hoping that maybe it would stay afloat a little longer than it did. And that just goes to show, like, if G.I. Joe is watching these things and they're coming up with all these great ideas, if they do make that inflatable, I don't know the names of all the vehicles, please do not judge me for it. But the vehicle, the hovercraft, you know, I don't know if it has a name, but the hovercraft, that better be able to float on fucking water, man. That's all I'm saying. So if you're going to make boats and stuff, make them practical. Make them practical, because even kids want to take the shit in the pool, they want to take shit in the bath, they want to fucking play with it. You know, I mean, nothing made me happy when I was in the bathtub playing with like water-inspired vehicles, or something like boats and stuff. You know what fucking, speaking of which, you know what ship I want? And no one ever talks about this card. Everybody talks about like what toy lines they'd want. This is the talking portion of a Freshly Baked Props, by the way. But nobody ever talks about Pirates of Dark Water. I don't know if anybody remembers that show. That was a sick show. Had a deep storyline. It only got like a half a season or a full season. But it was such an interesting take on all of that, on like pirates and stuff like that. It had everything you wanted: magic, mystics, and the ocean, I guess. But it was such an interesting. It was such an interesting cartoon. It was visually, I thought it was pretty, like, as a kid, stunning. And then when I watched it back recently, I thought it was pretty. I was like, holy shit! I've been pretty sure it was a Disney property. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please leave a comment. Which reminds me, like, comment, and subscribe so I can move up in the algorithm. I would appreciate that. You guys are very awesome. And I appreciate everybody who's watching this video right now. You guys are great, man. I watch all your stuff. And like I said, I know we all see each other and we're all in the same social circles nowadays. So it's nice to know that I got actual people in my corner watching me, and I'm in your corner too. So I'm always watching your stuff. Don't think I'm not. I promise you, everybody, I watch all your stuff. But yeah, I just feel like a cartoon like Pirates of Dark Water doesn't get enough love, and that'd be sick to see a line. I want it like a good line. Not I'm gonna say maybe Hasbro, because I like Hasbro. I know Hasbro has its problems, and people can complain about price points and this and that, the other thing. But in terms of like detail and articulation, I have no fucking problem with them. I like them. I never had a problem with Hasbro. That's a Kevin Nash joke, if anybody knows. Yeah, I don't like. I like Hasbro. I'm not a fan of McFarlane. McFarlane's articulation sucks. Their detail is nice, but their articulation is balls. Same thing with Mythic Legions. Mythic Legions kills it on fucking detail, man. I mean, they photograph well if you're just gonna put them in like a pose that you can get them in. But good luck getting them in that fucking pose. It takes finesse. And I know some people are like, oh, you got them in great poses. Yeah, I did too. But it took a lot of fucking finessing. That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't just easy. You didn't just go, oh, there it is. You know, the more points of articulation, the easier it is. Plain and simple. That's why I love Masterverse. Again, I'm going to beat that drum until you get sick of it, so fucking just get used to it. But that Masterverse figures, they have 30 points of articulation. 30. I've gotten figures that says 18, 15, you know? And like, I think Mythic Legions is at 12 or 15, maybe 18 tops. That's all I'm saying. For the price point that you're going to charge people, if you're not going to give them accessories out of the ass, which Mythic Legions does, which is why I'm not going to fucking always knock them. I do like Mythic Legions. I have quite a few. But, man, add more articulation. That'd be my only complaint about fucking Mythic Legions. Just more articulation. You nailed on the detail, nailed on the accessories. I like the soft goods and the capes and some of the tunics. But, you know, just a little bit more articulation. You want to be able to pose them really well. You know, I'm not an inbox collector. That to me, Mythic Legions is a line for an inbox collector, because it'll just stay in the box. The box looks nice. Box ain't that great in terms of quality. You know, it's just a small regular box. But because like I said, if I'm paying for all this, I want it all. I want a pretty fucking box. I want I want it all. You know, so. That's just me. That's my rant for today. That's, like I said, it's the Talking Figures portion. Which, by the way, Talking Figures is coming back soon. I just started talking to a few guys, and the list is still, it's growing. It's getting bigger. So I will be back with Talking Figures very soon with some great guests, including my man Woody 222. We got to talk about fucking submarines and shit like that. I can't wait, bro. Like I said, I know you can't say anything incriminating, but I have just a couple honest questions, and I want to talk to you about the table that he made. He made an awesome table. And I appreciate the kind words from all you guys. Which brings me to my final point before I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, I hope you guys like the boats. The boats are really easy to do. It's just paint jobs. You want to add guns, like the jet ski, I just drilled 2 holes in on the sides, stuck a thin dowel stick, hand drilled on the 2 guns for the Buzz Lightyear guns, and I just popped them right on the end. Then I explained to you what I did with the kayak. It's all very simple stuff, man. Just use your little bit of creativity. You'll be fucking shocked how far it'll take you. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined me on my first live stream. That was greatly appreciated. Woody222, Jay Gonzo, Yojo Jerk, and my man Articulated Ninja popped in and stayed for most of the stream. He had his own stream that night and basically got off 20 to 15 to 20 minutes before he had to start his. And it was an absolute pleasure. And then my man Savage Land commented on the replay. Same thing with Mython the Python. I'm going to shout all you guys out because you all said you're going to come through on the next one. And that brings me to my point here. My next one, I said that I'm going to do them on Sundays. Unfortunately, this Sunday I cannot do one because I have a wrestling show to film. So I'm going to be doing it Saturday. So Saturday at 7:30 till whenever. So whenever I feel like getting off. We're just going to hang out, shoot the shit. I posted a picture today on YouTube. Shit ton of fucking figures. I got such a sick haul, just literally building up a pile right here next to my table of shit that it just comes in the mail. I open it out of the main box. I look at it, go pretty cool. And I just put it right here on the side. Haven't opened it. I figured why not? I noticed some guys do that stuff. I like that. So I don't mind opening figs. I'm not going to review them, but I'm definitely going to open them and we can discuss and talk about like if you like them or not. Like I said, we can review them together. Maybe let's do live reviews together instead of me just going, he does this, this, and this, and this. He's pretty cool. Buy him. You guys tell me what you think. You probably have them when I open them up. You know, you're probably all going to have what I have. So let's just discuss what they are. And we'll just talk about the lines and shit like that. I'll show you what I'm working on. I got much further on the Ninja Turtle van. I'm right now up to working on the small little knickknack pieces. That's why I'm not in a rush. I'm trying to transition my attention to the mech contest that Aaron the Toy Enhancer has got going on. He told me one of the gentlemen already sent his in, and he said it's pretty awesome. So this guy basically set the bar pretty high already. Woody222 already talked about his mech and how he pretty much is putting everybody on notice on how good his is. So this is, you know, we gotta bring you a game. So I'm gonna put everything off to the side and focus on that for the next couple of weeks. I ordered some stuff on Amazon, some lighting and some stuff that's gonna be coming in. I already got some ideas for it. I noticed he didn't really give you any guidelines. So is it supposed to stay in the realm of G.I. Joe? Can it be a Marvel Legends? I don't know. Hopefully this video finds you, Aaron, and you can answer questions. Woody, anybody who sees it, pass this along to him because these are the questions I wanted answered. He just sent the mech. He said, make it, send it back. So I don't know, does it have to stay within the realm of G.I. Joe? Which if it does, I already have some ideas with it in terms of that. But we'll see. I'm excited to get to work on that. That'll be the next episode of Freshly Baked Props. I'll probably do it live in a couple weeks, working on that with you guys. Like I said, I'm full transparency, man. I don't care about surprises. You know, Aaron said that you guys can show it off. He doesn't really give a shit. So I'm gonna just let you guys sit in the process with me, and we're gonna figure it out together. I don't expect to win. I don't care if I do win. Awesome. But I'm just happy to be participating. I'm just happy to be a part of this. Like I'll say this again until you guys get sick of it. I'm just happy to be a part of this community. I love toys. I love being involved with toys and making dioramas and kit bash and stuff. So to just talk with other like-minded people about this, it's fucking awesome. You know, like I said, my wife is fucking jealous because I found more friends. I already have a lot of friends because of pro wrestling, but now just getting more friends. She doesn't like it, so. But tough cookies, right? Tough noogies. Anyway, like I said, guys, I appreciate you watching this, and if you stayed to the end, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment, and leave as many comments as you want. I'll answer all of them back as long as they're positive and friendly and cool. If you're just trying to be an asshole, I'm gonna ignore you. And I might even delete the comment. You know, I'm not gonna play no fucking games here. I didn't come on here to argue with people. I didn't come on here to, I'm not to say anybody's done it. Nobody's done it, but I'm not coming on here to debate people. I'm not coming on here to argue with people. I'm not coming on here to tell me that, you know, to act like I'm better or smarter than anybody else. That's not me. I'm just happy to play the game. You know, like I've said before, man, I'm the sixth man. I come off the bench and I provide what I provide. You know, I don't sit here and try to be the star. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all you guys. You guys were awesome. And always, until next time, stay baked.